Be relaxed. Okay? Relaxed and natural demeanour generates natural confidence on the back of it. Okay? Relaxed and natural demeanour generates natural confidence, and you are more likely to be successful. Okay? If you go in at 1,000,000 miles an hour, you are not likely will go into fight or flight, back off from you. Okay? So relaxed, easy approach. Put people at ease, and then of course you can go full circle and you can start to look at how you build rapport and all of that type of stuff on the back of it. Okay? Know the type. Now you guys have seen this a number of different times for me, but this is majorly important when you're trying to influence somebody. Okay? If you know the profile of the person you're trying to influence, then you can adapt your behaviour to match theirs, build rapport by doing that. I'm not on about behaviour as a movement now, I'm on about personality to a certain degree. You can adapt it in order to build rapport with them and then obviously influence going forward. So very, very briefly, because I know most of you have seen this before, if you're dealing with a high red person, remember, they're very logical in their thinking and they're also very outspoken extrovert. High reds, okay? They are action orientated, assertive, direct, focused, get straight to the point, okay? So if you are dealing with a high red person and you want to influence them, one of the best ways that you can build rapport is match their profile. Okay, so when you're dealing with them, be short, be sharp, okay, be gone. It needs to be very short, very sharp. No long detailed reports in there. That's going to turn them off straight away when it comes to it. So if you want to influence a high red, you can adapt your profile, become a little redder for a little while, and you can be short, sharp, gone, give them the facts, give them the details, one-liner, get a decision, move on. Okay, that's how reds operate. That's how high reds like to operate. Short, sharp. If you've got a 20-page document, then there needs to be an executive summary on the front, because that's what they're going to read. Okay? Does it make it right or wrong? That's not the point. The point is, that's what high reds do. Right? So if you're influencing a high red, you might want to adapt your profile in order to be more like that, in order to get out of them what you need to get out of them. Okay? Remember, always coming back to Martin's original point, with positive intent in mind. You're influencing for the right reasons going forward. Okay? High yellows are very sociable, talkative, light-hearted, flamboyant, still an extrovert, but more emotional in their profile. If you want to influence a high yellow profile, you're going to need to spend time to get to know them socially. Okay? High yellows are very, very sociable people. So if you want to influence them effectively, then one surefire way of doing it, it comes all the way back to, I suppose, building rapport and relationships. They're very, very sociable people. So you might have to go out of your way to be more sociable, and make sure that you are, saying good morning and how are you, and then listening and all that type of stuff. Okay? They also like to be involved in things, high yellows. So if you can involve them, if you need to influence a high yellow, if you can involve them as early as you possibly can in the project or whatever it is you're working on, the better. Because they don't like things just being dropped on them. Okay, they like to be involved from an early stage in order to be able to get their head around it, make sure it feels right before making a decision. Okay, so that's a high yellow. So those are your extrovert profiles. Then we've got your introvert profiles. So we've got high green. If you're trying to influence a high green, remember high greens are calm, supportive, great listeners, patient, and very empathetic. Okay? So the one thing that you must be, which I think again comes back to Martin's point really here, is if you're going to influence a high green, you need to be genuine. You need to be doing it with positive intent, because if you're not, they'll find out. They're very emotional intelligent. They can read people very, very well, high green profiles. However, they're also very calm and very slow paced and patient. So again, these people do not like things dropped on them. They'd rather be involved, they'd rather have time to reflect and think about things. So again, you might have to adapt your profile there in order for that to happen, okay? And then finally, high blue. A high blue profile is an introvert profile. It's very logical in its thinking now. So somebody that's high blue is very formal, exacting, perfectionist, accurate, all of those great things that we like in high blues, okay? So if you're trying to influence a high blue, there's one thing you've got to make sure, and that is whatever you're saying is technically correct. If you're trying to influence a high blue, the best way to influence them is to talk in a technical way that is accurate, and even show them some evidence of why your way of thinking is the way to go on the back of it. Because high blues will scrutinize the evidence, and they will want to go on the balance of probability with it, okay? So, very short and sharp there, but depending on the type of person you're dealing with. Now, of course, I've talked about high red, yellow, green, blue. You might be talking to somebody that's got quite a rounded profile. Yeah, if you think they've got a rounded profile, and you'll probably notice that because they'd be quite difficult to read, okay, then you probably default to your own style at that point, okay? But if I'm sitting in a meeting and I'm trying to influence somebody to use us, for argument's sake, it's very important to me to know what type of person I'm dealing with in order for me to adapt my profile to try and get the best out of that situation, of course with positive intent, knowing that yes, I might get a customer, but also we can really, really help you. I don't think I've ever worked for a company where I've gone in and thought, well, we can't help you, but I'm going to try and take your money anyway. That's not the way that we do things, and our first value in the business is do the right thing. So it comes back to do the right thing, do it well, do it with passion. Okay, those are our three values in the business. So it comes back to having positive intent on the back of it. Are you using this stuff to influence, or are you using it to manipulate?